expansion plans?
Russell, you think I'm going to start talking about that? Come on. I think Laurence said it, you know, we didn't buy it, we didn't sell it, we operated it. And of course the strategy was right to go into the US for building a global luxury brand that Jumeirah is doing, and Jumeirah is continuing to do. And we are an operator, and that is our strategy. And that will continue to be our strategy for the future. And I don't think we'd be the first hotel group in the world to lose a hotel. And look at the hotels we've taken on. We've gone from 11 hotels to 22 hotels in 18 months. So I'm very confident that we'll come back into the key letterhead locations that a luxury hotel group needs to be in.
And you're prepared to use your balance sheet or your owner's balance sheet in order to help to...
that would depend on the particular case. It's a case-by-case basis for us as we do organic growth and individual growth rather than try to do an acquisition of a group or anything like that.
I've got to share something kind of funny here. Kessler's background was Goldman Sachs, and when I started the company, Goldman Sachs was my partner, and young Mr. Kessler was sent to try and control me, and got involved when we bought the Essex House the first time. Young Mr. Goldman was running Starwood's development at the time, and when I bought it, it was a Nico hotel, and he hongled the hotel out of me to become a Westin hotel and St. Regis. Now Lawless goes in there and tries to change the world, so all four of us are involved in this deal. I want to make a point about the differences and the mistakes we all made. I started my hotel career, as many of you were, no actually none of you are old enough. I started with Grand Metropolitan. In the early 70s we bought a hotel because we were so successful in London. Grand Metropolitan became bought into Continental, became all of that, Diageo, and then they sold out the hotels. We were so successful in London, and New York was one of our key feeder markets of where the travel were, that the old man, Max Joseph, decided he's going to buy a hotel in New York, and he buys a hotel called the Manhattan Hotel. I think it was 1,200 rooms, if I remember. And because the sign was called the Manhattan, we wanted to be British, we called it the Royal Manhattan. And that was terrific, and we paid 13 million. What a bargain that was, and we lost 13 million, and I sold it to the Milsteins for $900,000. So I then go back and I look since then, since I've been on the other side of the ocean, at all of the chains that have come in, the European chains, or the Asian chains, or the Middle Eastern chains, have come in to try and change the world of hotel keeping in New York. There's two types of hotels in New York. There's the chain hotels and the boutique hotels. They have different markets. Of the chain hotels, with the exception of really one that got very quickly, which was Mandarin, the foreign brands underperform because it's very much an American market driven by the big chains with the frequent travel promotions. Why did I choose Marriott? It was simple, and I may have this slightly wrong, but I think Starwood Hotels has 8.5% market share in New York, average occupancy in the 80%. Is that about right, 8.5%, Steve? Hilton has 8, occupancy about 80% average. Marriott has 6.5%, occupancy about 80% average, but Marriott has more demand coming than the other two brands. That's how I chose it. It's simply got to do with sheer distribution power in New York. It's a tough market to get into. There's a lot of European and international chains have lost a fortune over the years, starting with a schmuck like me, trying to go into New York. It's not for the faint-hearted.